Greetings from Michigan. It is September 16th. I've been busy today with videos. I was at home, so I have a lot of work to do. And I had one question from one of the comments. I believe Margaret was the name. She asked about what is my feeding regimen, what am I doing now to fertilize my figs. And I did mention before, but I did not post all of my videos. So I only fertilize with organic fertilizer, and I'm doing it quite often, more than what they are saying in instruction. Well, let me just rephrase that. I feed more often with a diluted strength. So pretty much every week I will fertilize. If I have time, I'm trying to do it every week. Sometimes I'm doing even twice a week. Whenever I feel like it, seems like, especially when I'm using my own brewed compost tea. Actually, this wasn't compost, this was Jadam style, Korean style anaerobic fertilizer. And I'm kind of getting away from that because of the smell. I did mention that in one of the videos, but this time I'm going to just show what I'm going to do, for example, today. First, before feeding, I always go and water my plants just with rainwater. So I already filled this container right there, and then I go through the rows and water maybe about 2 cups, depending on the size of the container and depending on how dry the soil is. I kick pretty much my containers, my buckets, and if I feel that they're lighter, then I water a little bit more. And then I'm adding fertilizer on the second pass. So this year I'm not using the automatic watering system. I did not have time to install it, and then I just got used to it, watering by hand. And actually I do enjoy watering my plants by hand. It takes longer. Sometimes if I do fertilizer at the same time, couple hours to water and fertilize all of my plants. Otherwise, if I'm using a hose with a filtration to filter all the chlorine and other impurities, it will take me about an hour, moving the hose all through the garden, stretch it, so it takes time. This time is going to be a little bit longer. Hope to finish in about maybe hour and a half. But for this time of the year, it is now mid-September, I started adding silicon. This is more for the end of the season to strengthen the cells of the plants, pretty much making them hardier for the upcoming dormant season. So I'm adding 1 teaspoon per gallon. This is a 2-gallon container, and the instruction says 1.5. I'm going to do just a little bit less than 1 teaspoon because I already did 1 feeding a couple of weeks ago. So that, and then my fertilizer for this year, besides Agro Thrive and the liquid dirt, which I'm not going to use anymore because it's too messy. I apply again 1 teaspoon. Let me just make sure here. 2 teaspoons per gallon. Okay, so I'm using 1 teaspoon because I'm doing it more often. Okay, so 1 and 2. And now just mix this up well. This is rainwater. The best water what nature has designed for our plants. And then on my now small plants, these are the cuttings there. I rooted this past winter and early spring. They're in a full growth right now. This weather is just perfect for them. Not too hot, but still sunny. Occasional rains. They are just growing out at a very fast rate. And I do foliar help for them too. I'm gonna fertilize them with that. Plus I do foliar. And this says 25 to 40 milliliters per gallon. And I'm gonna apply about 30. This is a gallon and a half, because I do quite often. This one has 7 strains of kelp. And this is a great fertilizer for foliar feed, to supplement. Okay. And now I'm gonna just drive my cart in the back. Just picked some grapes for my neighbors and ourselves. And I've noticed my strawberries, my alpine strawberries, have produced. I'm gonna maybe make a small video, short video on them too. All right, so these are my young trees. These are all cuttings. So first year, you can see this is Craven's Craving, and I'm still not finished with my labeling of all of the plants. My goal is to label them all, and so I can finally answer the questions how many varieties I do have here, because I don't know, tell you the truth. I'm gonna be surprised. I say around 100. Could it be 110? Yes, or maybe 90, maybe, who knows. But you can see here Reculver, Col de Dama Rimada, Crema di Fregola. What is this? Feather River. And I'll do more in details one day. And my special fig for this year, I had several cuttings. I paid a lot of money for them, and only this one survived. I was away for a whole month, and my brother destroyed 2, but that's okay. I have 1, and it's growing really well. Bodisod Negra Rimada. And all of these, I don't know if you remember the video of I don't know, maybe a month ago. They were quite small, and look how much they've grown since then. This one, for example, is, let's see, oh no, this is La Bourgeois. Already has produced 1 fruit there. I just want to show you how much this plant has grown. So it had about a foot of growth with the tip of that leaf. You can see the growth on all of these. This one, even more. So I'm really happy with them. I'm looking for Ischia Black UCD. Can't find it right now. I think I maybe placed it inside the enclosure. It had 1 fruit, so I'm protecting that fruit. Hopefully it's going to ripen. Oh, this is my YOLO bypass from the video of shipping grown trees specimens in summertime. So I haven't posted that video. Maybe I'll post it before this one. Anyhow, these are all my young plants for this year, and I'm going to just demonstrate how I water now. So if the soil is moist, and on these young plants, I make sure that it is moist. I don't have to really water now with just the rainwater before, because it's really moist. And I can do straight feeding. Just like this. A nice cup or so. A little bit more, maybe cup and a half. If I notice that the soil is a little bit more thirsty, I could add more. And then when I'm finished with that, I will go and I will foliar feed all of these. And this is very easy. I'm using this dram, and it is good because it can shoot water from underneath also. And I really give them a nice shower. Figs love foliar feed. They love rain in general. Okay, and then with my bigger plants in containers, what I do, you can see majority of them have fruit, and I'm hoping to ripen at least a couple of these so on each tree, so I can confirm the variety this year. So this is what I'm doing. I'm first just going through the whole row and adding water. I can see that the trees are still well hydrated. Notice the water drainage now, it's already gone. And then, so when I'm finishing with the whole row, then I come back and then I will apply the fertilizer. And that's it. If I have time, I would apply even foliar. However, because now these have fruit, I'm not feeding foliarly those plants now that have fruit to ripen. I know this is all organic, but this row maybe I will do it if I have some left. But more important is that I feed like this. And that's it. I have about an hour and a half to finish this before the dark. Hope I answered the question. Until the next time, have a great day. Bye bye.